Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a converted bus accommodation. In this full-size tour bus, there is a luxury apartment that I'm very excited to show you guys because I, for one, have a real passion for these bus projects. In fact, my lovely wife and I just last year purchased our own bus and we built an apartment inside of it where we live full-time whenever we are not traveling internationally. Meaning before we came to Brazil, we were living in our bus, and once we leave Brazil, we will be going back to our bus. So in this video, I'm going to show you this masterpiece of a bus as well as my much smaller and more amateur build because I just love these bus projects. So without further ado, let's go inside the front door here. In fact, before we go in, we can see the paint job on the outside of this thing. It really doesn't look like a bus at all. It more looks like a piece of art. And actually, as we walk in the front steps here, the driver's seat is really the only part of this whole unit that feels like a bus because it's a luxury apartment through and through. But we will start here because I just love what they've done. They've got the same brown leather on the dashboard and the seat and the steering wheel. It just looks like $1,000,000. I love the little foot cubbies in the bottom. And I love the way the shifter knob with the Mercedes-Benz logo comes right out of some vinyl flooring. It just looks so interesting. I love these projects. Everything is custom and unique and just so appealing to me. Now, the first things we come into is the entertainment area, where again, does not feel like a bus. I mean, when's the last time you saw a fireplace in a tour bus?
Right.
So slick. And it's not clear to me whether this bus actually drives down the road at all. Because certainly if you were driving, you'd put away your telescope, put away your potted plant. But I'm not sure something like a fireplace or a TV mounted on the wall would survive a speed bump or a pothole on the highway. In any case, I love the design here. Ivana and I actually lived in an apartment on Bloor Street in Toronto.
Right.
And this is nicer than our apartment.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of humbling to admit, but we had a full apartment where we lived together for years, and this bus is more luxurious than our home.
Agreed.
Which is a bit humbling, but I love the textured stone behind the television. I love the lights down below, which don't look like much right now, but at nighttime, having the little running lights on the floor, it's like so beautiful. And I really appreciate their transition from these green kind of drawers that go right into the kitchen. It's such a nice flow and such a nice design. So let's go to the kitchen and check it out.
Yeah.
Now, first things first, in the kitchen, you've got an oven, a microwave, a stove, and a running water sink. So it is a complete kitchen with a fridge and a freezer. So all the appliances you could want, but what I really love is the design is so slick. First of all, hidden garbage can, which is pretty great. Second of all, the proper marble countertop has little green flecks in it, which match the green cabinets, and the wood is continued from the front area. I mean, it's so well designed and so well thought out. These projects are difficult to pull off because if you notice, the walls are all crooked, right? The ceiling is curved. Nothing is square, and it's really difficult to pull off a construction project like this. So for them to do it and have it look so... I'm just really, really impressed.
Amazing.
Now, last night I sat here and did my work. Look at this little workstation. Oh my gosh, it looks good. The lights that go up here and then across the top look amazing. You've got the outlets underneath with the cords that come through the hole like a proper office. And the view is just incredible. I mean, this is what you would want if you were RVing or motorhoming. You'd want to have a view like this. I mean, the location and the bus, just love it. Really, really love it. And we haven't even got to probably Ivana's best part yet, which is the jacuzzi tub.
To show this.
So last night, Ivana had this thing full of bubbles. In fact, there were so many bubbles that they overflowed into the shower. We're lucky that the shower is right next door and it is also a waterproof area because bubbles all here flowing onto the floor. Ivana was having the bath of her life.
Oh yeah.
This is not even a nice bathroom for a bus. It's just a nice bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even if I have a house, I want this.
This is a nice job. And the window right there with the view, Ivana was chilling here with a little glass of cachaça in a bubble bath, watching the beautiful countryside in Brazil. Wow, she loved it. Now, right beside the shower, you've got sink, toothbrush area, obligatory bathroom selfie, and of course, a proper flushing toilet. Just a bit of a closet, really, for the toilet. Oh, it does have a bidet also.
Yay!
So really everything Ivana wants in a bathroom.
Exactly.
And last but not least, the bedroom where baby Jean is hanging out, and more than a few cool features in here. And so first things first, it's a floating bed, which is kind of great, with some lights underneath it. At nighttime, looks like $1,000,000 and has some good storage down there. Now, these blinds are pretty slick because you can do like this. Oh, that's the one behind me. But you see my point. They are powered with a remote, and I wanted to show you guys this because it's the coolest thing ever. Look up, baby Jean, look up. Here it comes. Ba, 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 ba. Skylight above your bed on a remote. This bus is awesome. Not to mention, you've got a very cold AC, which is really silent. I was impressed last night because you don't want a loud AC above your head. And then you've got a little television in the corner. This is living life here, guys. Skylight. Come on.
With your favorite people.
This is living, man. This is really living. And from here, you can actually see the platform up top, which, to be fair, is only like, I don't know, 12 feet off the ground, the roof of the bus. Yeah. But the view from up there is incredible. Yeah. We did get sort of bad luck with the weather. It's been raining most of the time we've been here, but it cleared up enough for us to go up there and admire the view. It was like, yo, this is the bus I was trying to build, Ivana. This is the dream bus I was going for that I didn't quite pull off. But now let's show you our bus. So let's change gears to a more simple cabin style bus compared to this luxurious masterpiece. And so Ivana and I purchased a shuttle bus that was previously owned by a company called Park and Fly, meaning it was used to transport customers to and from the airport to the nearby parking lots so they could go on their vacation. Meaning the first thing we had to do was remove all of the bus seats, as well as remove the big rack that was for their luggage as they were traveling. Now from there we removed everything, the walls and the floor, and really gave ourselves a blank canvas to build our tiny apartment. Now the first two things we did both went pretty well. It was the flooring, which was pretty straightforward. We put a subfloor and then we put some flooring on top, as well as the ceiling, where we chose the long vertical strips of pine wood, which we thought looked pretty good in the end. Now one of the harder parts was deciding on the floor plan, where we put green tape on the floor and tried to mark out each of the rooms, because especially when it comes to the plumbing, it's not only building inside the bus, but also building underneath the bus.
Yeah.
Because one of the requirements we had for our build was a bathroom that had a full hot water shower, as well as a proper flushing toilet. So the shower and the toilet have to drain into separate tanks that are strapped to the underside of the bus, and you have to avoid the gas tank and the axles and the muffler and everything under the bus that's already there. So one of the mistakes I made was putting white plastic tiles with black caulking in between them in the bathroom. I can't even tell you how many hours it took to put these tiles and this black caulking on the wall, but it was like day after day of just standing in this tiny bathroom trying to make it look half decent. In the end, we got what we wanted from the bathroom, which is, like I said, hot water shower and flushing toilet. We put a door on it, you can have some privacy, and there is a full bathroom.
Right.
Now, from there, we put an IKEA kitchen and an IKEA pantry, which was a bit tough, because in our bus, same as the bus we're in now, the long walls are actually closer at the top than they are at the bottom. So they're not straight, as well as the ceiling is curved. So we installed everything from IKEA somehow, but it worked out pretty well. And our kitchen has a propane fridge, which works really well, a propane stove, which works really well, as well as a big kitchen sink with hot water that doubles as the place we give Jean a bath.
Yeah.
That is our kitchen sink and Jean's bathtub all in one.
That's right.
And then from there, we put our bedroom in the back. Same kind of layout as this bus here, where the bed goes in the back. And we covered everything in this white barn board. So we think it looks half decent in the end. And beneath the bed is tons of storage, as well as our fresh water tank, which is something like 285 liters worth of fresh water.
Yes.
So I think at this point of the video, we're going to show you a full, minute and a half or 2 minute, pretty quick tour of our bus. And now I'll give you guys the 20-second tour of the finished product. Sorry for all the clutter, but keep in mind, we really live here every day of the week, every week of the year. Kitchen over here came out pretty good. Propane fridge and an exhaust fan. Bathroom has a flushing toilet and a hot shower, and I guess a box of diapers in the shower for now. This is pantry and closet 2-in-1 with the furnace in the bottom, and the bedroom in the back, which is full of shelves and stuff. And this is the rail that goes to make the couch to a crib.
We'll keep making improvements, so there might be another tour coming up in maybe 1 or 2 months.
Yeah, I think so. So that's our finished product. Like Ivana mentioned, there's still more things we're going to keep doing. It's a work in progress, naturally. How would you describe your experience living in the bus, Ivana?
Well, it's not as luxurious as this bus right here, but it feels more like a home.
True.
It's very cozy. We got everything we need there. You know what I mean? I mean, everything could be bigger. The kitchen could be bigger. The bathroom could be bigger, but it's enough.
Yeah, the reason we chose that size of bus is because it is the biggest bus you can get without needing a special license.
Yes.
So for a bus like this one we're in now, you would certainly need a special license. It's a whole other ordeal to overcome.
Yes.
So it is a bit tight in our bus. Also, one of the issues we have is, although we have, like I mentioned, 280 liters of water, you run out of water so fast.
That's right.
So
that's a challenge.
When we go to an RV park, we can plug into their water as well as their hydro. But typically, we like to park for free. Because in North America, especially in Canada and the United States, there are tons of good free camping spots.
Yeah.
So the idea of the bus was, now that we have our baby Jean, we don't want to be flying internationally, especially with 1 or 2 layovers. Could be pretty hectic. In fact, the reason we came to Sao Paulo is because it's a direct flight.
That's true, that's true.
So that was our first flight with Jean, but in between all of these international trips, we will be living in the bus and hopefully free camping. We've got a bunch of water, we've got a big battery bank, so hopefully we can put the bus to good use.
Yes.
It was a crazy project building it. It worked out in the end. Everything is functional.
Jean likes her crib.
She likes her crib, which is part of our bus. We got a crib /dinette /couch.
Yes.
Custom install where Jean sleeps. Everything works in the bus, and I one day have dreams of having more children and a huge bus like this with a big skylight. Oh my gosh.
This is the dream. One day.
This is the dream. So anyway, we wanted to make this video and show you our bus because a lot of our new viewers do not know we have this bus. And immediately when we leave Brazil, you'll see us in the bus. Our next trip should be along the Gulf of Mexico, which evidently has been renamed, but not really. Pensacola, Florida, maybe into New Orleans, maybe into like Houston or Corpus Christi.
We also had the dream of traveling with the bus all the way down to Brazil.
Although on this trip, we realized, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, we're doing a small road trip right now through Sao Paulo and Minas. And the road is not the best.
At first we were nervous about the safety. What if we get robbed or something?
Yeah.
I don't think safety is the real concern of driving a bus in Brazil. I think the real concern is
the
road, the potholes. It's narrow, big trucks. We might never bring our bus to Brazil. Now that we think about it,
the road is just not the best for a bus travel.
Although we can bring the bus internationally, maybe in Europe.
Maybe in Europe and Australia, New Zealand, they're good countries to travel with.
Can do
RV and bus. But in Brazil, aside from the bus itself, I don't think there is like dumping stations for like our water and toilet water.
Good point.
Right? I don't think so.
We have a black water tank, which is toilet water, as well as a gray water tank, which is shower water, and then a whole plumbing system underneath our bus, which typically you go to like an RV dumping station. Yes. There isn't really RV culture in Brazil, I don't think.
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit of like fan life,
Uh-huh.
but fan life is totally different than bus life because bus life is more like an actual RV.
Yeah, it's an RV.
Yes.
I think typically in vans you have a composting toilet, which means basically a bucket you poop in and then you dump it out by hand. Whereas we have a proper plumbing system.
Are you okay,
What are
Ginny?
you doing there, girl?
Ginny said, I miss our own bus.
You miss our bus, don't you, Ginny? You do.
Yes, Ginny. Yes, Ginny. She also wants to tell the story of her experience there, right,
Yeah,
Ginny?
she wants to be on camera too. Okay, there you have it, guys. Let us know what you think of our bus. Let us know if you would book this accommodation. I would recommend this
Oh,
accommodation.
this is like
Everything
our
is
dream
done
bus.
so nice in this bus. It really
So
stands
nice.
out as like, wow, they did a great job.
Yes, honestly, if we have more kids, it will be my dream will be this kind of bus.
We're gonna do another shuttle bus in the future, 2 or 3 years from now, but we're gonna do it 1.5 stories, a loft for the kids to sleep. Like somewhere up here is a
Like-
is like a loft,
like-
and the kids sleep there.
That jacuzzi can be the bunk bed for the kids. You know what
Something
I mean?
of that size with 2
Yeah.
levels. Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta maximize space, and go vertical. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. More Brazil stuff coming.
Woo!
Muito bom!